Hello and welcome to Nostalgia Night, the night where we kick back, relax, put up our feet, get a nice drink, in this case I have cranberry juice, non-alcoholic, and we play an old game. Old game, maybe from my childhood, maybe from yours. See if it stands the test of time, see if it's still good game design, see if it's still fun to play. And we put it through its paces, we chat, we talk about things, potentially things that, might not be of the most relevance, but have a good time together, you and me. This is Majesty. For some of you, this music that's been playing in the background will bring back memories. Memories of nights, perhaps, playing instead of doing homework, or perhaps staying up late on long winter nights, playing the Northern Expansion, which was an expansion to this game, which was originally released in 2000. This game is it's 2016 now. Ugh. It's 16 years old now. Although this particular version is the HD version, which came out on 2012, I believe, and includes support for HD resolutions, much higher than we had way back in 2000, let me assure you. I think back then we were rocking maybe 1024 by 768 CRT monitors. Oh yeah, old school. And it also brings support for modern operating systems. This game runs just fine. In fact, there's actually a beta version that brings along support for DirectX 9, as well as VSync and modding. There's Steam Workshop support for this game, and that's pretty exciting because this is a simulator, but it's very atypical. If you haven't seen it before, you're going to see that we don't have as much control over certain aspects of the gameplay that you might expect. And being able to mod this game, especially a game from our childhood, man, that has me excited. Now, this is part of Nostalgia Night. This is a weekly series where we take an old game from either my childhood that I played, or maybe from your childhood that you recommend to me. We run it through its paces, we see if the gameplay still holds up in modern times, if it's something that's still worth playing. And this is a game from my childhood. I enjoyed it a lot. My family didn't play it quite as much as I did, but I really enjoyed this game. And this has all of the expansion packs in it. It's the HD Gold edition. So let's go ahead and start up a quest. Now, we have not done the tutorial, so it's going to tell us to go do the tutorial, but the tutorial is really easy. But it would probably serve as a good way to teach the introduction to the game. There's also individual story missions over here. Each one has their own story, and they kind of make a whole, and you progress through the story unlocking these locked off quests. In addition to that, we have freestyle quests, which are random, and you can even tweak the settings here, which we may do. That way we don't spoil any story or anything like that. Although the story isn't that detailed. It's not, because you could do them out of order, it's not going to be some huge secret reveal. The basic story of this is you're, I believe, a new ruler in the land, and you've taken over, and the land's just fallen apart, and you need to bring the kingdom back together. And so, each one of these has its own story, and has a fantastic narrator. This might bring back some memories to you. Let's see, Brashnard's Ultimate Sphere of Power. Let's listen to the narrator for a moment.
Do I understand that your highness seeks Brashnard's ultimate sphere of power? Possession of that legendary artifact would certainly lend authority to your rule. As you surely recall, the sphere was broken into 7 sections which were scattered to the far reaches of the land. A great number of heroes must be summoned in order to scour the realm for these lost shards. By your authority, let this bold undertaking commence. Majesty, it is not this humble servant's place to question your wise directives, but this undertaking is, well, ambitious. Can we truly succeed where countless others have failed?
Of course we can! Such doubt will not be tolerated. Okay, we're not actually going to start that one, because I haven't played this game in, maybe 13 years or so. So let's go ahead and actually do the tutorial. I have a feeling we're going to be able to do this super quick, but it's also going to teach us how to play the game.
Intrusion, Highness, but we've been robbed! Someone has stolen the magic bell, the holy book, and the eternal candle. Right from under our noses, they were whisked away from the royal treasury by some scoundrel. We must do something to recover them. They are treasures beyond value.
Now, in this one, because it's a tutorial, we're going to be limited in what buildings we can place. You see this, no warriors or... no warriors. Yeah. No warriors or wizards available, so we're going to be restricted in what we can build. We probably won't be able to build any of the temples that allow you access to some of these other heroes you see in the background. Some of those are villains. And, so what we're going to do after this is then go and do kind of a random map. That way we have access to all the content in the game. Okay, so... first things first, this is your castle, your palace. If this building falls, you lose. And in fact, I think you can always see your palace in this window down here. There are rumors that the thieves who stole the artifacts from your treasury have fled, but were forced to hide the artifacts as they left. Find the items before the thieves have a chance to return. Okay, so this game has already started you out with some decent buildings. You have a blacksmith here, you have a rogues guild, and we can recruit some rogues. Let's go ahead and do that. It takes a little bit of time. And so what's going to happen is your town here is going to level up. And over time, it's going to get more houses and... oh, we need some more heroes. I just saw what looked like a Medusa up here. And more houses, you're going to get more guards, you're going to level up your palace here. You're going to get some builders. And you have to protect this area. If you let it fall, again, you lose. You're going to also get economic buildings over here. You can see one. This is a blacksmith. We can research. Okay, we already had lost a hero. We need to get some buildings up. Let's build another guardhouse. Let's build some rangers. We'll go ahead and do that. We should see some builders come out and go do that. Because these guys are just dying over and over and over. Although it would still be really hard to lose. They give us a lot of money in the beginning. So what's going to happen is we're going to build buildings. We're going to get heroes, and these heroes are AIs. We can't control them. I can't tell that guy not to fight that guy, and so instead they all just died, and there's none of them left alive. This skeleton just wiped out all of them. That's pretty bad. Now we do have some guards. This guy will probably go over and die to him too. Hopefully this doesn't, because this is our tax collector. And what he's going to do, although he doesn't have any money with him, he's going to go around, visit all the buildings, and collect the money that you have generated in your kingdom. And these heroes, as they kill monsters, are going to get money. Then they're going to come in and they're going to spend it on various weapon upgrades, maybe potions, maybe spells. And your tax collector is going to bring that in, and then you can spend that money to either further build buildings, hire heroes, or you can actually place bounties. So I can place a bounty on this monster, which will give these heroes motivation to go kill it. If I have some big monster that's rampaging around, I might have a lot of incentive to go... oh, she's going to get the tax collector. So I could put a bounty on this, and then the heroes would have a lot of incentive to chase after and kill that monster. Now, rangers here love to explore. So this is great, because if you look on the map up here, we haven't seen all that much of the map. Run, dude. Run. He can run. We need probably multiple to be able to take this on when it's attacking them directly. Although he's doing okay. Yep, never mind. Spoke too soon. He's dead.
I join.
Oh, and our other one died. Okay, so we're losing a lot of, oh, he had a lot of money, too. Well, that's a shame. But it looks like we're gonna finally get this monster down.
I join the wilds.
Never mind. He died. Okay. We need more. This is not going well. Now, let's build some gnomes. Gnomes are relatively weak, but they're great at building. And I believe that prevents you from getting some of the other buildings later in the game. Like, I don't think you can get elves if you have gnomes or something like that, because they don't like the stinky gnomes. But let's go ahead. Okay, so here's our first sewer entrance. This is a bad building. It's going to spawn monsters, but we can't get rid of it. It's just a necessary evil. As you get these houses, you're going to get these sewer entrances. You're going to get various other buildings. I don't really remember in the first game what other ones came about. In the second one, you would also get... you could get a graveyard that would spawn monsters. You could get the sewer grate as well as the sewer entrance. Anyway, like I was saying, some heroes are going to go around and they're going to get money by opening treasure chests, killing monsters, and fulfilling bounties. And then they'll put that money back into your economy by buying upgrades or going to an inn and drinking. You know, so I've got my bandit here is resting. Hopefully this guy makes it back. Again, he's going to continue to wander around until he has 250, but hopefully we get enough defense here that he'll actually survive. So that's our immediate goal, is just kind of secure this area. And to do that, let's put down another guardhouse over here near the sewer entrance. That looks good. And this is, all these buildings can be upgraded. All of them. Almost all of them. Like, for instance, I can upgrade this, which will actually allow me to, I think, get poison weapons. I can upgrade a guardhouse to have more guards and shoot, I believe. Which will be, let's go ahead and do that. Can we do that? We can't level up because we haven't leveled up our palace. We can level up our palace too. Let's do that. And then we'll get a market to give these people some places to spend their money. Let's do it away from the sewer entrance. That seems like a smart plan to me. Alright, so, yep, here they're telling you all about that, what I'm telling you. Gnome dead. Sorry, Gnome. Now, they've actually killed my peasant that's building this, so I won't actually be able to finish that building. I probably foolishly started this construction before, but that's okay because now I'll get some extra palace guards. And that's something that I didn't have before. Okay, so we found the bell. That's over here. Look at all these monsters. What you'll also notice is, around the map, there may be some monster spawners. It doesn't look like there are too many on this map. Trading post. Fantastic. Sure, let's get some healing potions. So this map doesn't actually have any monster dens, but there will be dens on the map that operate kind of like the sewer entrance, except that you can destroy them.
Your Majesty,
And
Majesty, your trading post now offers healing.
we now offer healing potions. Okay, so that guy does get a little bit annoying. But already we've stabilized a bit. We would if these guys stopped dying. Let's get some more rangers. Rangers are great. They like to explore, they like to go out and find monsters to kill, and you don't have to bribe them with bounties. Let's go ahead and show you how to do the bounty. Let's go over here, and this skeleton we will put a bounty on, and we'll say it's 300 gold. And you should see, especially the rogues, are highly interested in taking that on and getting that bounty. Now, these two rangers are both fleeing from this spider, which is a little bit pathetic since it has 2 hit points, and he's full health, but we don't have control over them. Let's go ahead and upgrade the guard houses to shoot, especially since these are kind of covering our core infrastructure here. That's probably a good idea. Get some healing potions, and we'll get more rangers.
A new building is complete. Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
Yay.
Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
And this would be why the rest of my family didn't play the...
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
And this would be why my family doesn't play this game, is that announcer continues to talk and continues to talk and continues to talk. But we can fix that. We can fix that. He doesn't talk anymore. Okay, so again, what I was saying was these tax collectors will go out and they'll stop by each one of these economic buildings. So what you could do is you can kind of if you lay out your town intelligently, you can create little like routes. The marketplace, the inns, the blacksmith. You can place all the buildings next to each other, so all of your high-income buildings are right next to each other. Ooh, that was close. And that way your tax collectors that are carrying a lot of money stay safe. Alright, let's just slowly shoot him. Not great, but it does provide some defense. It looks like in this game we don't get a graveyard. In the second game you would get a graveyard that, as your heroes died, they'd go in and you could recruit them back. So if you lost a high-level hero, you could get that hero back. Maybe we can later in the game, but as of right now, we can't. Gnomes are really weak, but they like to build buildings. So they're useful for also repairing your buildings and keeping your little empire here running. Your heroes will also level up, as you saw this guy do. When they do, they get additional hit points, they can get additional stats, and you'll actually get superheroes kind of as the game goes on. Heroes that are very good and do an excellent job of defending your town, as well as taking on any hard objectives that you want to take on, such as potentially fighting giants, dragons, that sort of thing. Now, in the usual campaign, there's a lot more to do with in the game, because you have a much larger map, and you have monster dens that you need to go take out. So this guy is still going around. There's still nobody going after this bounty. You'll notice there's zero... You guys need to stop doing that. There's 0 guys that are interested in taking this bounty on. It's also a good idea to up the level of the marketplace because it has static money generation. Go, gnomes, go! So it's going to generate money on its own, regardless of whether somebody comes and buys from it, as well as your trading caravans will come here. So this is a very important building that you want to guard, and any tax collectors that are carrying money will either go to the palace or the closest guardhouse. Even if they make it to a guardhouse, that money will still be deposited in your coffers. So what I'm going to do is immediately place another building, guardhouse, right next to this marketplace, to try to ensure that any tax collectors that visit here and get this money will then successfully make it to drop off, and will also stay safe because these guard towers shoot. Let's go ahead and level that up again. Okay, so as you can see, this tutorial is incredibly easy. We've already found the 3 objectives: the ruined shrine, the ruined keep, and the ruined altar. So let's just pick this one and say 600 gold for whoever takes this on. Now, what's going to happen is a few heroes are going to come, but we're hoping to attract enough that they can handle these monsters. The answer is probably not. These guys are relatively low level. And he ran away in terror. So did he. But hopefully these guys will go ahead and take on this. Although, right now our guys are just fleeing in terror because they're not very high level. And these monsters are insanely weak. But the Medusas are actually pretty strong. But right now we're still having problems keeping our town secure, so this is an excellent opportunity to level up our heroes some. Now what you'll also notice is down along the bottom we also have the ability to cast spells. This requires some wizards close by, and we don't have any wizards, so...
The wild spirit.
Okay, we just had our first troll spawn. These just spawn out of nowhere, and they are pretty vicious. Hopefully these rangers do okay against him. We need more than just one, though. But again, we can't control these guys, so it's up to them to come... Hopefully, does this guy have healing potions? Now, if I had spells, I could heal this guy on my own. He does not. He's probably going to die. Yep, there he goes. Now, it's great when the city guard comes after these guys and leaves your heroes alone. Okay, so see, as you can see, when he died, even though I didn't put a bounty on him, he gave money. So let's improve the ways for our heroes to spend money. Let's research better weapons and better armor. And this is going to help our heroes survive, so we're spending less money on enticing heroes into our kingdom, as well as giving them more things to spend money on. It kind of serves a dual purpose. By increasing our services, we help our heroes to fight off the enemies, and we also increase the amount of things that they can spend money on and better our economy. This guy's level 5. He's starting to get up there. He's probably going to get level 6 soon. If he survives... He survived. Run, dude. Run. Now, he has a ring of protection, so... Okay. He does have potions. He has 4 potions. So this guy is really good. He's now level 6. He's got healing potions. He has lots of money. And he has a ring of protection. So we've managed to get this guy... Where'd he go? Oh, he's down here. He's killing zombies. Good for you. Teleportation amulets. These are pretty expensive, but most of your heroes can't buy them initially because they don't have enough money to be able to afford it. But if they achieve that much money, these teleportation amulets will save their life. When they decide to run or something, they'll teleport out of the fight. Now, you might be able to tell that I'm doing this in post-commentary, and you're absolutely right. I tried doing this in gameplay commentary, and it just didn't work. It turned out bad. It was bad quality. And I just didn't feel comfortable putting it up on the channel. And the reason for that was, while I did okay commentary on the game, I really wanted to talk to you guys about some of the things outside of the game, and I just didn't manage to pull that off. I kept interrupting myself to explain things in the game. So I'm just going to let this play in the background, and you can enjoy watching it and listening to it. I think I've explained enough you could probably figure out what's going on, although it does get humorous after a while. I do go to a different mission other than the tutorial. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the channel in general, and some things that I want to do with it. And this is something that I kind of want to do on a, maybe weekly, I want to definitely do Nostalgia Night on a weekly basis, but this is my opportunity, I think, if I want to talk about some channel news. And this keeps it out of the main gameplay videos, it keeps it out of all the other content, and it keeps it isolated in what gameplay that might be simpler. Because games of old were simpler, and these are games that you might know. These are games you might be familiar with. And so, it's just a time for me to sit back, relax. I can focus my thoughts on what I want to talk about and instead of the gameplay. And maybe that's something that I'll drop in the future, but for now, it's a wonderful opportunity for me, and I hope you enjoy the gameplay in the background as we talk about this. But I wanted to talk about Nostalgia Night in general, as well as another series that I'm thinking of starting up, which is $5 Friday. Let's talk about Nostalgia Night first. So, what I want to do is I want to take games that we played when we were kids, or if you're fairly young, games that were around when you were a child, such as this game here. It's 16 years old, and put it through its paces. And see if it holds up, see if it's still fun, see if it's something that we still want to play. Because there definitely are games that I think that are worth going back and playing, but not all of them. So even some of the classics, when you really get down to it, if you go back and you play them, you realize this game just isn't all that... It's not fun anymore, it doesn't hold up. And, you know, you could just leave them in fond nostalgia, they're not worth going back and playing. And I've had some games like that I've been like, oh, yeah! I go out and to GOG.com and I download it and I'm like, yeah, I remember playing this, I love this game. And you play it and you kind of get disillusioned. You kind of have this period where you're like, yeah, this is fun, I remember doing this. And you play it and then you go, well, you know, game design has come a long way since we had this game. And the games now just do it better. You know, the concept of the open world RPG. You know, that's something that has exploded in recent years. But if you go back and you maybe would go back and look at the original Daggerfall or something, and maybe you go, gosh, this just doesn't hold up. And maybe it does. You know, and then you have that pleasant surprise. But I think it's fun to do that because, you know, if you're around the age that I am, we played games when we were kids, and we enjoyed them, and we thought they were great, and games just continue to get better and better and better. And I want to go back and look at the games from my childhood and say, were these games as good as I remember them being? So, that's what I wanted to do with this one. The other thing I wanted to do was start up a weekly series where we look at games that, not necessarily new games, but games that have gone on sale, say on Steam or GOG or any of the other digital distribution platforms, and kind of find the best deals. So I was thinking of calling this $5 Friday, and each week I give myself $5 to go out and find the best deals that I can. Now, of course, during major sales, that's going to be a little bit easier, but find the best deals that I can on games, whether they're old games, whether they're new games, just kind of a focus that it's a game that we haven't featured on the series before, and play it a little bit. You know, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And then, if we picked multiple games in a week, then we pit them against each other. And we pick a winner, a weekly winner. I'm not going to force myself to do a certain number of games in a week, because some games you just have to play longer to really get into the meat of them. You know, if I was to get, say, a deal on Galactic Civilizations or something like that, I wouldn't be able to play that in 20 minutes and give you any reasonable thoughts on the game, other than, wow, you know, it doesn't look like it has any major bugs, you know, or something like that. So, what I'd like to do is focus on the indie games, because naturally they're going to be the ones that are falling in the under $5 category, but not excluding what I would call AA games. The games that are maybe published by a major publisher, but they are designed by a small team, and they're relatively cheap. You know, we might do those too. In fact, this week, I'm looking at a story about my uncle, which is normally $13. I found a fantastic deal on that. As well as Paper Sorcerer, which is a game that I had never seen before. And this is one of the things that excites me personally about the series, is it's a possibility for me to highlight games that nobody's really seen before, and haven't gotten all that much attention, and that's generally why they're on such large sales, and highlight them on the series so that other people can go out, find these games, and the developers can get more attention, more sales, and, you know, whether the game is still necessarily on sale or not. Now, because of the way YouTube works, and just the realities of when I get to record, when I get to edit the videos, and when I get to put them on YouTube, because this is not my full-time job, is by the time the video goes up, there's a very good chance the sale may not be going on anymore. I don't necessarily know when the sales will end. Some stores post those details, some don't. So, I've created a Twitter account. I'll try to remember every week to go ahead and post what videos I'm going to be highlighting in the weekly series, so that if anybody else wants to at least look at the deals themselves, they can. They can take advantage of them. They can potentially even play along with me and see how my thoughts on games mirror those, or don't mirror their own thoughts on it. So, obviously by the time this video goes up, you won't be able to do that this week, even if you go out to my Twitter. I'm not suggesting you necessarily follow it. If you want to, absolutely feel free. I'd love to talk to you guys in a more daily fashion than the YouTube comments permit, because I get to record about once or twice a week. So, follow me there, or just visit and see the games each week. I'm not necessarily going to be buying the games on any particular day of the week. I'm going to be just kind of, as the week goes on, looking for the best deals. I try to earmark some that, in case I don't find that game that I really want, I just earmark it and then say, okay, if I don't find anything better, I'll come back to this, or maybe I'll look to see if that sale is still ongoing the next week. But what I'd like to do is do this for about 12 weeks, and then have a big comparison where we compare all 12 of the at least weekly winners, or if only one game is featured in a week, those 12 games, and then compare them against each other. Pick a quarterly winner that then moves on to the finals at the end of the year. And then we're comparing just 4 games. And when we can compare just 4 games, then we can give each one a much more in-depth look at, potentially play for even a couple hours and give my opinion on it, and then have a yearly winner. A winner of the year for best gaming on the dollar, or on the $5. And the really nifty thing about this is, even if you were to buy every single one of these games that I feature on my channel, whether they're weekly winners or not, if you buy every single one of them, you'll never spend more than $260 a year. Which is pretty cool. If you honestly sit down and write down how much you're spending on games, usually you're probably going to spend at least that much. If you're at all like me, you're going to spend at least that much in a year. So, by finding the best deals, maybe we're getting some of the best of the best. The cream of the crop at the best price we can. So, maybe you want to follow along and play with us, or at least just see if these are games that you might be interested in. It's worth a look, and I think it's worth a try on my part. So I'd like to do that, and I'm thinking of doing that on Fridays. Just kind of makes it for a neat title. Honestly, that's the only reason I'm thinking of Fridays, other than to get the video up on the weekends, because you guys watch more videos on the weekend. I mean, let's be honest. You do. And it fits in well with my recording schedule. I almost always get to record on Wednesdays, and usually one other day in the week. So that just fits in very nicely. It gives me time to edit the video if I record it on Wednesday and put it up on the channel for Friday. So that works out for me as well. Now, I think that's all the channel news that I really want to talk about. And so what we're going to do is just go ahead and finish this little look at the game here, and this tutorial look, and then we're actually going to start up another scenario which we make ridiculously hard, because let's be honest, what you've been watching here, I almost don't have to do anything. The game's almost playing itself, and it's way too easy, honestly speaking. It really, really is. It's for people who have never played the game before, and even if I don't remember how to do individual things, I've obviously had no trouble. So we're going to make the game stupidly hard, and we'll see how we fare. Now, I've already played it, so I know how it turns out. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. Hope you stick around, but it's just going to be gameplay commentary from here on out, and let's just say it may not last very long. We'll see you on the other side, folks. And we can pick our player forces. This is what we start with. This is not what the enemy starts with, it's what we start with. So let's do some Some of these are really fun. It's level 1 palace. That's all you start with. That's we may die horribly, but that is compelling. Merchant Prince. Level 1 palace, level 1 marketplace. Enemy forces. I'm not sure what the L is. Several dragons lair. Ew. What's the S versus the L? I remember some of these as being horrifically hard, depending on which one you took. What's the S? Strong? I don't remember. But this determines what monsters you're fighting. I remember Sorcerer's Legacy becoming really neat because there are some very powerful monsters. There's lots of weak and very strong monsters. Wandering monsters. Let's do the Monstrous Horde. Yeah, this is hilarious if you actually do this. We'll probably die horribly. We'll start with a lot of gold to make that easier. Respawning layers, reinforcements. Let's do that. Let's do a Monstrous Horde so we get hordes of very strong monsters entering the region from all directions, and we'll also get heroes that just enter the realm. Just come on in. And in addition to that, we'll do evil veteran heroes, no. Treasure, no. Super layers. Okay, we could do like this ultimate combat where should we do respawning layers? Ooh. Let's make this game really hard. Let's do respawning layers and super layers. Monstrous Horde. And oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be really bad. Let's do a begin Dwarven Stronghold. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. This is gonna mean our start's easier, but the land is really, really hard. And let's do eliminate all foes. Landscape. I don't remember what difference. Maybe this is the map size. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the. Oh, those are evil. Okay, and the map number, I'm not sure. Alright, let's try this. This will probably go horrifically. Okay, we need to move fast. We need to move as fast as we can. We already have a blacksmith. Let's do an inn so we can get healing potions early. Let's do a Rangers Guild. Let's do a Rogues Guild. Where are our builders? Come on, guys. I need these buildings. I don't think we can get gnomes. Okay, here go our builders. Come on, guys, we need these buildings. We're gonna get annihilated those. Now, very nicely, we do start in a corner. That's very nice, although we do have wandering monsters, so monsters may come off the edge of the building right into our town. I don't know. This tower, like I said, is going to automatically shoot, and since we have a dwarven settlement, this building will, we can place more of these buildings. Okay. Come on, I need these buildings. Somebody finish one. Alright, let's get the rangers. They'll help explore. We'll find out where these layers are. Now remember, these layers respawn, so I don't know how fast they respawn. I figure it can't be too fast, otherwise you'd never be able to complete the map conditions, but... Okay, don't sit still, guys. We need a marketplace. Let's build this right next to the ballista. We've only spent 5,000 gold, so we're okay there. We'll get another dwarf. I think these dwarves help you build. I'm not 100% sure. I remember them as being quite strong as long as they could level up, but if they don't level up, they die quick. If you get dwarves, I believe you can't get the elves. Alright, let's see what's down here. Minotaurs. Lots of minotaurs. Eventually these monsters will spawn, and they'll build up enough of them, and then they'll march on our town. So let's build a... mausoleum? What does that do? I don't even know. Do we not have warriors? Okay, we do have warriors. Let's build a warriors guild. And let's get a gorilla. Oh gosh. We're gonna die. We don't even have healing potions yet. Oh gosh. Agrailas are healers, so hopefully that will help us. Oh gosh. Not fast enough. I was not fast enough. I don't... well, we killed that thing, whatever that was. This tower's not gonna do enough. Oh my goodness, we are not going to last long.
I join.
I don't know what we could do to recover from this. That monster right there is pretty strong. We've got it about halfway down, but it's a dragon. I mean,
I join.
we've got some dwarves wailing at it, but how much good are we really gonna do? We've got another dragon down here. Come on, Agrela. You're going to... If anybody lets us survive this, it's gonna be Agrela. Look at healers. They have spells. We can cast healing ourselves, so... Okay, we almost got one dragon down. Oh, this building shoots. Very nice. Okay, there's one dragon down. Let's get another healer. We've got all our rogues. We've got some rangers that are wailing on this. Hopefully these builders are keeping this tower up. I need that tower. Come on, guys. Come on. What's that? Palace what? Is that a palace guard? Is he fighting anybody? Okay, we have some monsters spawning at the edge of the map. Get some more healers. Get some more rangers. We need rangers, because the rangers really help with the dwarves. Because the dwarves are really tough. They can sit in the front line, and then the healers can heal them, and the rangers can hit the monsters. There goes that monster. Houses I don't mind if we lose, because they really aren't going to negatively affect you by losing them. Oof. This building's probably toast. Like I was saying, the houses don't matter too much. They'll get oh, wow. Not sure we're gonna survive this, guys. We lost our ballista turret down here. Our Agrela is full. These guys are just gonna instantly die if they get hit. I don't want to recruit another one when that monster's right there. So far, he doesn't appear to be after us. Why are you shooting him? Don't make him mad. Amazingly, we seem to be able to build this building. I don't even understand how. Ooh, let's get a wizard's tower. We need a wizard's tower. Wizard's tower let you summon in a tower that shoots. You also don't... I don't think they just... This wizard spawn in. Your builders don't need to actually build this building. It will just come on its own. Let's get some warriors to make sure that we can defend that long enough. But that will allow us to build an enchanted tower that will shoot on its own, and that is really going to help us out, I think. I have to move fast here. I can lose this game very easily at this point, if it's not obvious. Normally you aren't fighting dragons at like 1 minute into the game. Oh, we lost our Rangers Guild. Alright, let's get our wizards, and we should be able to get a wizard's tower. Do we have to... Parsing invisibility. What do I have to do to build that? I don't remember what I have to do. Wizard's tower. Hopefully that will build up. Okay, we'll get some more rogues. Our healers are busy. We'll try for some wizards. They may not last long, but we'll try for them. We'll get some of these wizards towers, which will help us defend. We've got a good supply of healers, although... Watch out, healer. We lost a wizard. That Warriors Guild is going to go down pretty quick. I think I have to enchant this tower. I don't think it shoots on its own. What do I have to do to get to shoot? Okay, I need to level this up. Okay. Dwarven settlement has been repaired. Very good. I believe they build on their own, so that's very, very good. Let's rebuild our Rangers Guild, because that's cheap. Let's try down here. Okay, we can now enchant it for 400. So it will shoot. It should. Hopefully we'll help with that guy. Hopefully kill him. I'm amazed I still have money to be able to do this, by the way. Okay, that should kill the lesser monsters, but this down here, this is a problem. Our marketplace is in trouble. What can we do? We can make another ballista tower. They're great, but, well, we just lost our marketplace. That means we're probably gonna run out of money if I don't do something to... A broken what? What? Okay, I think we've lost this. This is probably unrecoverable. We'll play this out, but I think we may have lost this. Maybe I can get some more Wizard's Tower. Maybe those don't actually increase in cost. They don't. Alright, let's go down here and we'll build a Wizard's Tower down here. These, again, they don't have to be built yourself. So... I need to mark it back, but I need some defense before I can do that. Let's get some more heroes. This guy's still rampaging around. Now we've got another one to deal with. Wizard's Tower. I wonder how long that lasts. Does it have to rebuild before I can enchant it again? Oh, they destroyed my other one. Oh. Okay, so this is how ridiculous the game can get. We have not managed to annihilate a single one of these monster spawners. I don't even think we've found a monster spawner yet. If we had not chosen these wandering creatures, we'd probably do better at this. We might go back and do that. Just turn those off. Still have the super layers, but choose easier monsters to go up against. Because this is... Our healers must be high level by now. Yeah, they're doing great. But I need that marketplace back. Otherwise, I will run out of money. Where can I build it? Oh, well, not there. We just... That's not gonna happen. Where can I build a marketplace? Where in this world is safe? I think the answer is nowhere. No! Don't destroy the Dwarven settlement! Can I lightning bolt that guy? Got him. Oh, lightning bolt's not gonna help against that. That's a little bit too tough for us. Oh, we've lost our tower down here. Alright, folks, I think we're gonna have to call it here. This has been Majesty 2. Then this is Annihilation mode, I guess you could call it. Honestly, we'd probably do okay if it wasn't for these guys. We have a decent start. We'd be able to handle these guys if it weren't for these guys just going around wrecking all of our buildings. Alright, folks. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.